Good morning all and welcome to Karen from tilleykrafts.stampinupuk.net. Today you're joining me for a Stamp Around the UK video hop, and it will go live on the 1st of November. Can't believe we're at November already. The theme this month is celebration, so I decided to use these papers, and I did take part in a paper share, so I got half the sheets, and it's called Nest of Winter. I really like this. This is the one I'm going to be using today, but look at those beautiful papers. That's the front side. Got lots of birds. They're easy to fussy cut out as well. And on the back side, beautiful colours. Got garden green. I think that's Coastal Cabana. That might be a stamped off one. I'm just having a look at my notes here. But we've got like grey granites, crumb cake in there. That's pretty as well. Like that as well. So let's get started. So I'm going to make a card and a tag, and I'm going to use crumb cake, copper clay, because that's one of the ones that are in it, and I'm going to use the Just Wanted to Say dies, or Wanted to Say dies, and I've taken the celebration out. So we're going to cut this out. It's a bit of die cutting, not a lot of stamping. I have got this keeping tabs, and I'll be using this on the tag. So let's get started. I need my trimmer, that would help. And I'm going to do, let's just move them out of the way. I'm going to do a 5x5 card. So I've lost my crumb cake. There it is. So I want it 10 by 5. So I'm going to cut it at 5. And then we're going to cut it at 10. And that's not quite big enough for what I want, but we'll leave that up there. And then I'm going to score it at 5. So that'll be the card base. Now we want a copper clay layer. So we want 4 3/4 for the layer. And 4 3/4. So that'll be our layer. And then I'm using this paper, and I'm going to want this 4 1/2. Now I put it in that way, so 4 1/2, and it's going to cut through that bird, which I don't want. So I'm going to turn it around this way and cut it here. Now this is 6 across, so that's going to leave me a little bit, and I'm going to use that for the tag. And then we want this at 4 1/2. So I'm just going to cut that bit off there, save that for something else. And then I'm going to cut this to 4 1/2 as well. So now for this one, I'm going to want, what did I say that was? That's 1 1/2. So I'm going to want 1 3/4 by 4 3/4. Oh, I'm supposed to be wanting that. What have I done? I've cut that wrong. Let's start again. That'll do. 4 3/4 on that one by 1 3/4. That's right. Looking at the wrong one there. So that will go on there. And then I want a crumb cake. So I want this 5 by 2. and that will be mounted up on there like so. So I'll put them to one side. Now I did start a card which we will finish off as well, slightly different colours. So inside layer I want 4 3/4, by 4 3/4. Oops, moved a little bit. And I want one from the other card that I did. Right, I think we've got all our bits. And for the celebrate, I found I wanted to do it in gold. So I've got some of the gold paper here, but I've also found this, and this is that self-adhesive gold one, so I might use that, but I'll cut 2 out and we'll see what we like. So I'm just going to cut a strip. That's the one I need. So I think we'll just, whoops, cut a strip off that, and we'll cut a strip off this, and we can see which one we like best. Well, actually, I think we're just going to use that one, but we'll see. Right. So, bringing my mini trimmer, and I'm hoping I'm not going to shake you too much, because this desk is not fixed yet. We have plans to get a fixed desk. So for this, we're going to want plate 1 and 2 2s. Put that one on first. Excuse me. So, going to cut this one out first, and the trick with these is to stagger your plates, because then it goes through better. So sorry for shaking you. There we go. So that's my words, which I've cut out nicely, as you can see, and I'm going to layer it onto a copper clay. And if I can find, I'll cut a bit of this out. Whoops. A little bit shaky, I'm really sorry. Oh. So, that is my background. Move them out of the way for a minute, and we'll bring this in, and we'll put our words on to start with. Do you know, I've got everything out apart from my tools. So just carefully lifting this out. If I wasn't using this, because I don't think this is still current, I would use the self-adhesive sheets that you can put on the back and just cut it out like that. So I'm just going to line up. She says this is fiddly. When you've got a camera in the way, I should say. Oh, I'm making a right pig's ear of this. Let's start again. Get them bits off my fingers. Right. There we go. It is actually quite easy to put down, like I said, but when you've got a camera in the way, it does not help. There we go. That's one. Now I did want one for the other card, but we'll do that in a bit. Straightforward and simple to put together this. I'm just going to grab my bone folder. bring my pot out and then I don't have to go backwards and forwards. And as I was saying, it is a video hop, and so in the description bar below there'll be a list of all the other people that are taking part, and you can see what they've come up with to celebrate or celebration. So that goes on there nice. So I'll just stick that down with a bit of Tombow. So this is quite a simple card, but it's a good one for using a really nice DSP. Up, and then the Tombow gives you that little bit of wiggle room. I think these make really nice masculine cards as well, because some fellas don't like a lot of bling. How simple is this to put together? And then I'm just going to pop that up on there. Might even keep it flat actually. Yeah, I'm going to keep it flat. Should use some tweezers, but I'm waiting for some new tweezers to come because I bent the other ones just twisting leaves. Right, and then we want one for the inside, and I like these being blank because then celebrate, you can use that for celebrating anything. And then you can just put, you can either stamp a sentiment inside when you know what the celebration's for, or you can just put your personal message in. So that's quite nice. And I'm just thinking if I can find just wondering whether to put a little bird in, but I don't want all the greenery, so I think I'll leave the bird. So how simple is that? That's the card. Now this is the other one, and I decided to use a bit of early espresso on this one, so I might as well just pop this on as well, and then we get two for the price one. So this was the other half of this sheet, and I've done the same as what I've done on there. I'm thinking I might do this one, do a silver one like that, and then again we'll put our sheet inside, and then we'll make the tags. I'll just run through a silver one, and we'll put a silver one on there, and then we'll do our tags. Right. Let's put a bit of silver. And I want a bit of early espresso. And that is lucky because I have a piece here. Oh, that might just fit. We'll see. Right, so I'm going to wibble you round again. Let's do this one first. Whoops. Whoops. You can fast forward this bit if you want. Hopefully in a couple of months I'll have a fixed desk, and then it won't make you sick. Let's run this one through. Oh, trying to do it so carefully. There we go. Grab my Celebrate out, and then, oh look, it's stuck already. How good's that? No trouble is I've got to pop the little bits out now. Well, they came out okay. Oh, look how easy this has gone on. I don't want to put it up there because I think I want to still stick it down here. I think the gold actually looks nice on the copper clay and the silver does look nice on the early espresso. I'm going to pop that one down. And because these are quite flat, it will save on the postage. I tend to pop things up. I would have popped this up if I was going to hand deliver this. There we go, that's 2 cards. Let's bring the tags in. Now, where? That was the tag I made to go with that one. And all I used was a corner rounder, or if you've got a circle punch, you can actually do it with a circle punch, or you can do a square top tag, or if you've got the dies, I have got the dies, you can use the label dies, but I've got this, so I'm going to use it. And we're just going to punch these. This little orange sticker, Mango Melody sticker, which is retired, means that anything with an orange dot on has retired, but I don't want to part with it because they are very useful. But I have done corner rounding with a circle punch, or if you're clever enough, you can do it with your freehand. Now, which one's that one? That one goes with there. Now I used, it was ended up with Calypso Coral on there because of the bird. I mean, it was pumpkin pie, but I couldn't find my pumpkin pie anywhere. And I'm thinking on this one, I'm going to use a bit of Night of Navy. And I'm using the Keeping Tabs. I like that for you. This is great for scrapbooking, which I'm trying to get into. And I've already mounted my stamp up. I'm bringing my Night of Navy ink, so there's hardly any stamping on this today. I'm just going to put that on a bit straighter. Oops. Let's pop that down. See, the only trouble with the little stamps is they can, that's better. They can be hard to keep straight sometimes, so I'm just going to stamp that on there. Lovely. And it's just subtle. Let's stick all these down. And I'm just thinking, I've got some twine. If I can put my hands on it, and we'll put a little loop on so you can stick it to a present. Just going to smooth that edge out. If you get a ruffled edge, just use your bone folder to smooth it out. Now, because this is crumb cake, that is light enough to write on. If you had a darker base, I tend to put a white layer on so that you can write on it. Right, just let me grab my twine. So I've just grabbed my twine and a hole punch. And what I'm going to do is just pop a little hole, my balling at the middle. This one I'm hoping I don't go over the birdie, so I'm just going to pull that one back a bit. There we go. So for this one to go with that, I'm going to use some gold twine. You can still get gold twine. I don't know if you can get the silver one, but I have definitely seen the gold one. but we don't like wasting things, so I'm just going to just do a simple knot. Let's cut that off there. I mean, you can make them fancy and put ribbon through and all sorts, but because I've gone for like a masculine theme, I'm just keeping it simple. Let's chop off there. So that one will go with that. And then we'll have a bit of silver on this one. And that'll bring the silver in. And then you've got enough length on there to stick it down. Let's put the twine back in there. I do like twine. More the glittery twine than the plain twine. Right. And then the only other thing I'm going to bring in is I'm going to have a look, see if I've got some embellishments that will go with it but not overpower it. So I've started sorting out all my embellishments into retired and current. So let's see if we can, I've got current ones here. So I'm just having a look through. And, well, some are current and some are retired. I think I've mixed these up. I know what I'm looking for, and then it's trying to find them. Ah, there's my silver ones. I'm sure I had some gold gems that are current, or they might be actually on my order waiting to come. But I definitely did have some gold ones. Look at those. Ah. Right. Now, these, we do have some in the catalogue, but they might not be the same as these. But there we go, looking at that, they're too brassy, I think, to go on there. So on here, I can either use the silver ones of these, or we can just have a little bit of sparkle. A little bit of sparkle. So I think I'm just going to use the little ones. And we'll just pop 3 on our card. There we go. This one I'm not going to put any on because I don't think they go with that. Let's pop one on there. There we go. So that is a card and a tag for the theme of celebrate. So you can celebrate anything. Got a gift tag. I've used the nested, what's it called? Nest of Winter papers. I've used some gold and silver sparkly papers. We've used early espresso crumb cake, and we've got copper clay and crumb cake, and we've got a nice little tag to go with each card. So I hope you've enjoyed that. You'll have to let me know which you like better, the gold or the silver. Please don't forget to go around everybody else and give them a thumbs up, and I hope to see you again next month. Bye.